an original, it also means that there's going to be a fake. The devil is fighting so hard to control the world in ways that we cannot even imagine. God told me that when somebody says, who's the Holy Spirit? What's the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit is what people will call today the first AI. A lot of Christians are starting to take their problems to AI. Solve this for me, sort this for me. And they are starting to forget that it was first invented by God for his children to meet all our emotional needs. And if we as Christians are not careful, we'll end up assuming that these apps or these entities are going to solve our problems. And even after they do, because it's just ask and receive, you still wake up years later and realize that you don't feel fulfilled, because we are starting to neglect the power that God has given us as Christians, our bestie, our friend, our helper, which is the Holy Spirit. And people think that you don't understand what the Holy Spirit is supposed to be in your space, who he is to you. I'm going to give you an example. This is when God told me this thing. 2 days ago, I woke up, I'm feeling very heavy, getting tired to read my script, getting exhausted. I'll not be able to finish it. I feel like very overwhelmed and very, and then I just said my prayer lightly. Father, Lord, help me to decluster, help me to decongest, help me to be able to sort out my needs so that I can stop feeling overwhelmed. And lo and behold, the next day, every single thing that I was worried about suddenly started sorting themselves. I started getting ideas, do this, I'm tired, don't worry, push yourself, read it. I just got energy and help that I have been struggling with for the past 1 week. And then God told me that is my job. When people wake up and say, what is the Holy Spirit? Ask yourself, what is AI? That's the Holy Spirit, but for Christians. And we must learn to use it. Do not neglect the power of God. In fact, every single thing that the devil is trying to create on earth is a prototype of the Bible. It is a prototype of the Bible. God created man. They are working so hard to create a type of human to replace what God has created. And sometimes we get carried away. We're looking at how shiny AI is, because that's what fake does. It's always gold and shiny. Fake is always good and shiny. So they create things that look like it's overwhelming and it's overtaking the world and stuff like that. What is the first social media? Christian community, Christian relationship is the first community that was created by God. We neglect it, and we are all on social media trying to meet people that we do not know. The difference between this creation of planet Earth and the world and what God has given us is that in God's own, you find fulfillment, you find peace, you find happiness, and you find health. I just hope that somebody out there understands me. It's just what God told me, and I've started to say it out. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. They brought light. Bye.